G'day, Starlo here. There are certain fish species that are simply iconic. They hold a special place in our hearts. Of course, a lot can depend on the setting and also the tackle used. For many fly fishers, hooking big Australian salmon or Kahawai in pristine estuary environments is a memorable experience. And one bloke who's mastered this art form is James Caves of Burmy fly fame. James knows that while these fish can school up in dense shoals in our winter estuaries, catching them isn't always a pushover. It can take cunning and guile, not to mention the right flies. And James's super sparse bucktails and subtle gurglers are just the ticket. He's on. One thing that all anglers agree on is the fact that kilo for kilo, there are few more exciting fish to catch than these. Across the ditch in New Zealand, they're known as Kahawai, which literally translates as strong in the water. It's an apt title too. Not that the fight's confined entirely to the water. They often spend almost as much time in the air. In fact, I reckon they could well be the perfect fly rod and light tackle targets. With an average weight running anywhere from about 1 to 4 kilos, they provide plenty of thrills without excessively long fight times. That said, don't expect to simply hang on, lock up and skull drag these powerful brawlers. Once hooked, they'll make repeated lunges and fast runs, and often it's necessary to yield line to avoid popping that tippet or pulling the hook. The closing stages of the fight can be especially tense. Margins for error diminish as the fish and angler slowly draw closer and closer together. It's surprisingly easy to snap a rod tip in these final rounds of the bout too. You can't afford to rush things or to make any mistakes. But even though he's on a wispy 5-weight fly rod, James takes the fight right up to the fish and to the limits of his 12-pound tippet. For him, minimising those all-important fight times and therefore maximising the survival chances of the released fish are absolutely vital considerations. You can tell just how much James respects these world-class sport fish from the careful way that he handles them. They're truly too good to catch just once, and letting them go feels great. See you next time. Okay, that's enough watching. I need to get out there onto the edge of the channel and pin one of these pocket rockets myself. But of course, James is on again before I even get there. So I take a moment to watch him work his magic again with that 5-weight. Notice how he keeps the rod angled low to maximise pressure on the fish and also minimise the chances of breaking a rod. But when he needs to, James allows the salmon to run against the reel's drag. They just won't give up.
A nice fish.
But eventually, it's victory to James.
He's inhaled it too.
Yeah, he's wolfed it down.
Nice.
It's the only one that's done that.
Can you get that?
Sorry, buddy.
Okay, my turn. I'm on a bit heavier rod than James's, but running a similar tippet and one of his flies.
Ooh. Oh. Okay.
That feels so good. I never get tired of these things on a fly rod. Look at him go. And guess what? James is also on again. No real surprises there. He's good.
Now once you get them out of the deep water and fly them up here,
Oh yeah, so they're not in the school?
there's a chance of getting a shark or seaweed or we'll see it. That's a real one.
Yeah, it's a good one, mate. Pick him up and give us a look.
Check this fish of James's out. Not bad on what's effectively trout gear.
Solid. They get heavier, don't they?
Oh, it just exponentially gets so much deeper and fatter, don't they?
Beautiful.
Yeah, be close to 3.
Yeah, I reckon so. 2.8. Oh, I'm getting some great jumps out of this one.
All right, back to the job at hand.
No, I'm good.
They don't like being up in this really skinny water, and they let you know it.
Come on. Give up. I'm going to let you go.
I don't think he understands. Handlining the leader makes sense right at the end and takes pressure off the rod. Then it's just a matter of extracting the fly, getting that fish upright to recover its composure, and off it goes. From that point on, it was all a bit of a blur until the tide bottomed out and the bite finally slowed.
Oh, yeah. God.
But I'll never forget those torrid hookups and the fireworks that inevitably followed. They are seriously impressive fish.
That's the way. Oh, did you get that?
Every part of the globe has its premier light tackle, temperate saltwater sport fishing icons. In Europe, it's the sea bass. In North America, the striper. In Japan, they're Suzuki or sea bass. And I'd argue that here, in the southern half of Australia,
Beautiful.
and right around both islands of New Zealand, it's the 3 or 4 closely related subspecies of Kahawai or Australian salmon. I reckon it's about time we accepted that iconic status for these fish and started treating them with the reverence and respect they so obviously deserve. If you agree, give me a thumbs up down below and consider subscribing to my channel if you don't already do so. And while you're at it, check out these other 2 southern saltwater fly episodes of mine. They also showcase our unique Aussie fish species. Until next time, this is Starlo wishing you tight lines.